Hey everyone, welcome to another one of my tutorials. And this is the fifth lesson, but it's going to be a more beginner-oriented lesson. In this lesson, we'll see the basic skills for algorithms and how to construct an algorithm. So what an algorithm is, it's just a set of instructions we create to solve a problem. For example, if you want to make a chicken sandwich, you may want to get first the bread, put it on the toaster, and put the toaster on, then get the chicken and any other ingredients, then get the bread out of the toaster when the toaster has finished, and put the ingredients such as the sauce or something like that, and then the chicken, and then put the other part of bread on top, and then that's the end of the algorithm, and the sandwich is ready to be eaten. But unfortunately, computers cannot understand this sort of algorithms. They need um, specific ones that are very similar. Sorry about this. They are very similar because they follow the same logical procedure. Although the syntax, of course, varies. You have to use the syntax which is specific to each programming language. In our case, as you know, we're using the Java programming language, so we'll use its syntax. But if we were using a different programming language, such as Lisp, for example, we would use different syntax. So let's actually create the algorithm for the chicken sandwich. I liked it. And if we here in Paint write the algorithm first so that we have some reference. We first get the bread, put it in the toaster, we get the ingredients. When toaster has finished, we get the toasted bread, and we put the sauce, we pop the chicken, put the last bread slice on top, ready to eat. So let me explain part by part what this means. The get bread, put bread in toaster, get necessary ingredients, and get the toasted bread, and put the sauce, and put the chicken, and put the last bread slice on top, all tell the computer to do something. Finally, the ready to eat instruction doesn't tell the computer to eat anything, it merely updates the status of your chicken sandwich. So get bread implies automatically not only getting the bread as an instruction, but when you get the bread you do many instructions. For example, let me create a new algorithm to get the bread. So this would be the get bread algorithm. It would be open the fridge if you have the bread in your fridge, then find the bread, get the bread, and let's leave it at that. Of course, you may add more instructions. Let's add a little arrow there so that we'll know what it means. And damn, it's more. That's it. So you can see that each instruction in the first algorithm has many different sub-algorithms to it. So the get bread implies open the fridge, find the bread, get the bread, and then of course deposit the bread back into the fridge and close the fridge. I missed those two, but still, you get the idea. Put bread in toaster also means that you put the bread in the toaster if, of course, the toaster is on. Um, then get the necessary ingredients. You first have to know which ingredients. Then you have to open the fridge, find those ingredients one by one, and get each individual ingredient one by one. And then getting the toasted bread, once again, implies already having the bread inside the toaster, because know that a computer might miss steps because an error occurs or something similar. So we should check if the bread is on the toaster already, and if it is toasted, then we can get it, and then we can put the sauce. And this would mean that we have to get a knife or something to put the sauce with. Then open the sauce bottle and put the sauce, and again put the sauce in that latter method also implies putting the knife into the bottle and so on. There are lots of sub actions. The same with put the chicken, final put the last bread slice on the top. For that you need to know which part is the top, of course, and you also have to get the bread and put it on top. Finally, ready to eat is not something we have to do, but just telling the computer that your sandwich is finished and you don't have to do anything more to it. So now we've seen this, let's go and actually add this in Java. So what this would be in Java is, if you've seen my previous lessons, then you'll know that a method is a set of instructions and a statement is a single instruction. So if you've related this to Java already, you'll know that this will be your main method, and each one of these will be a method itself except this last one. And then here we can have more methods, and until the methods themselves on the lower end of the program are merely made of instructions. So all these methods are not going to exist, and so they will be underlined in red, but just for you to get the idea. If we put the paint here on the right and this here on the left, the main method would be something like this: get bread, then bread on toaster, get ingredients, get toasted bread, put sauce to bread, put chicken to bread, then put bread slice on top, and then return true. So get bread, then bread and toaster, it's putting the bread and so on. We can we have a method for each instruction, and then the return true basically says that the bread is ready to eat, because we return true if the bread is ready and false if it isn't. It seems logical enough. Of course, this is a void method, so we cannot return true because void methods cannot return any values, but just for you to get the idea. But then all of these methods don't exist, as it tells you cannot find symbol. So we should create them. For example, private void get bread. So we've created the get bread method. Now what's the problem there? Okay, it's not static, but we don't care about that really for the moment. So here we would have open fridge, find bread, get bread, deposit bread. Well, I have to change get bread, and then close fridge, and that's it. We cannot have a get bread method here because then it would call itself again. So let's say get bread from fridge to fridge. So we're going down on this ladder. Then private void open fridge. This would be the open fridge method, and this would be um, get fridge handle full, and so on. So if we go down and down, and each time we get nearer to the objects with which we're interacting. So here it's more general, and then we go a bit more specific, and now we're just interacting with the fridge itself. Um, so we must leave it here, but this is something very interesting for you to think about. Um, and you should make your scripts always thinking about this, going on a top-down design, creating the main methods, and then creating smaller and smaller methods until the methods you create are just the smallest they can be. I'll see you on the next one. Remember to subscribe. Thanks for watching.